Anin Buju band members, today is Wednesday, July 14th. I would like to wish everyone who has a birthday in July, I would like to say happy birthday. Here are the COVID updates for the counties. Aiken County last week, 1,389. Today, 1,389, no change. Crow Wing last week, 6,834. And today 6,848. Mille 3,125 last week, and today 3,131. Pine County last week 3,355, and today 3,362. There has been no new cases on our reservation for over a month now. All the three districts report no change again today. Miigwech to all of you who continue to practice safety precautions and those who have been vaccinated. The next COVID-19 vaccination clinic will be held on August 4th at the District 1 Neoshin Clinic from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Enter door 1. I was listening to public radio this morning. They were talking about many of the COVID cases that are starting to increase across the country. Talked about some of the southern states, Missouri, Tennessee, Mississippi. All of these states have a low turnout for the vaccination. And when we think about it, I think Missouri's at 40%. And here in Minnesota, we're at 70%. And it's interesting that they're not making a bigger push for their residents to get the vaccination. A lot of the cases that individuals are ending up in the hospital over are with this Delta variant. So again, miigwech for following the precautions, making sure your family and friends are vaccinated. Here's a little bit of news that's many people are not going to be too happy with. But the Mille convenience store, Tesoro, and the Subway, they will not reopen. Wabanabe Inc., and that's the small business arm of the corporate commission, corporate ventures, they have made the decision to temporarily close both of those businesses, the gas station and the Subway, effective today, July 14th, 2021. And of course, we all know how COVID impacted many of the businesses. And because when we were in the midst of the pandemic, we closed many of our businesses, the government center, all of these places because we wanted to mitigate the risk of the pandemic. And today, because of regulatory concerns, which include the EPA, and we also need additional capital investments at the location, the risk of continuing to operate the Mille convenience store outweigh the rewards of reopening the location after the shutdown. And I think there's a lot of discussion out there regarding the gas tanks, and EPA isn't involved in that. And so the decision by the corporation is not to open that. As a reminder, we all know as well that Mille Superstop and Taco John's are located 4 miles further south for all of the convenience store needs. Here's a little piece of fun news. Our district representative, Virgil Wynn, is hosting a District 1 pop-up powwow, and that is today, Wednesday, July 14th, at the new Aquatic and Fitness Community Center. And the event is from 5 to 9 p.m. with a meal served at 5:30 p.m. And they state everyone is welcome. Get your children dressed to have a little powwow fun this evening, and Registration is at 4:45. And there will be payouts for the first 50 adult dancers and 30 tiny tots. Smoke Lodge Barbecue will be providing a meal for the first 250. That's should be a lot of fun. And I know that happened last month in District 3 with the representative St. John, and that was a huge success. A lot of people showed up. People are looking to participate in powwows again. And with these COVID restrictions being lifted, we'll see more of that. So on Sunday night of this week, I hosted a dinner with the tribal leaders, and we were talking about starting some plans as we're moving forward with the new rescue legislation. So on Monday, we actually had a meeting with the Minnesota Chippewa tribe. One of the items on the agenda was the blood quantum requirements as defined by our current constitution. So there was a motion drafted for us to pass, which we did not take any action on. And it talks about starting the process. And I talked about that before, that we were going to put a question on the next election cycle. The question would be to the membership: do you support or not support for a constitutional change to allow each of the 6 bands to adopt their own enrollment eligibility criteria? So we will have more discussion on that as well. Our Mille Lacs Band Constitutional Reform Committee delegates have determined what their position is on this enrollment question. We will be scheduling meetings throughout the districts to give each of you an update and help you understand this process. And if there is a question on the ballot in June, that you will have enough information, hopefully, to make a decision on that question. And when we're talking about enrollments, because there is a requirement under the Minnesota Chippewa Tribe Constitution that you have to have at least a quarter blood quantum, and one of your parents have to be enrolled in the Mille Lacs Band, not a grandparent, but an actual parent. And I know there's a lot of different understanding of what that means. As we determine what that schedule will be, we will share it with you, and hopefully you can attend. Are you looking for a job? There are many, many jobs with the Mille Lacs Band, not only with the government, but also with the corporate commission. And if you are interested, and there's a lot of job openings: law enforcement, conservation officer, health, education, culture related positions, just to name a few, that you can go on the Mille Lacs Band website, click on the jobs button at the top, and scroll through the list to find a position that interests you and download the application. Traditional Wellness Clinic is scheduled for Thursday, July 15th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Friday, July 16th from 9 a.m. to noon. And the Traditional Wellness Clinic will be held at the Mille Lacs Band Cultural Grounds, and that is on Timber Trails Road. If you have any questions, please call Dan Wind, 320-674-0588 with any questions, and also to schedule an appointment. And as always, anytime you come to the cultural events, always bring your asema, your tobacco. With that, I would like to say have a good day. And if you go over to the pop-up powwow tonight, I hope that you have fun, and I will talk to you soon. Miigwech.